What's goody, everybody? It's your boys, Kane and not Travis. We have TJ back this week. Travis is missing, and if you are watching this on YouTube, you've probably already seen an extra person here with us. Again, we've been down to two people for like a month. You're pointing the right direction. TJ, you just got to point a little bit higher. We have Matty J. Johnson, special guest this week on the TKT podcast, your favorite podcast, the Two Kill Time podcast on all podcast streaming platforms where you like to listen to the TKT podcast. We are here. Boys, we're going to start with TJ first. How was your week, buddy? How was your month? Because I feel like we haven't talked to you. Let the viewers in on what's been going on. Tell everybody hi, whatever you need to say.
Oh, man, what is going on, fellas? I have been MIA, and I apologize. I've had a busy month, man. I've been, it's gonna sound corny, but I'm trying to become more of an adult lately, and it's a lot of fucking hard work, because kind of doing it semi-alone, like I have a little, but I'm just kind of learning everything by doing it.
Yeah.
So I've been good, though. Fucking tired.
I fucking bet,
Working
man.
nights still.
I was gonna say, especially with your work schedule, I bet it fucking sucks.
Yeah, it kind of does. Sometimes. Like, I like it because I stay up at night, but it sucks sleeping through the day and kind of missing everything.
Oh, yeah, I fucking bet.
Yeah, yep, I was just going to say.
I don't miss doing, like, fucking two shifts, like one during the day, one at night, and just having no life for like a whole summer. That sucked so much.
I know, that's the shitty part too, is it's summer right now, so I'm
you're
trying to buckle down and grind, but I
Yeah.
also want to enjoy summer, so it's like,
Yeah, I hear that.
fuck.
Exactly. Matty, how was your week, buddy? What have you been doing? Tell everybody about yourself. Introduce yourself. Tell them your name. Whatever you want to tell them. Just give them a little fucking
Matty
brief
Ice.
synopsis of Matty J. Johnson.
So I'm not good at these things, but yeah, my name's Matt. I grew up with these guys. We all went to school together. I was a little bit older, but
Just a wee bit. You've been on the
Just a touch.
podcast.
yeah, I
You
was here
at
once.
least once. At least once.
Yeah.
I think it was only one time
You
during
popped
the
in the Minnesota.
during the
Yeah,
Minnesota episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was a wild one, bro. That one was
Yeah,
off
that
the
one-
hinges.
that has to be one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that was
But
just
that
was
was
a funny
crazy.
episode. That shit was fucking hilarious.
That wasn't even like a pod.
Slate is in the chat. As you guys know, we record this podcast live, and he said, "Tell Matt." He said, "Happy birthday."
It's not my birthday for another month, but thank you.
Yeah. Either way, happy birthday to Matt, because at some point
Yeah,
it will
thanks.
be your birthday. So happy birthday to Matt.
He's just covering all his bases. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, with Matty on the podcast, this podcast is going to be centered around Matty J, Matty Ice, Matty Johnson, Matthew
J.
Johaneson in this week's episode. So Matt, I know you just told us a little bit about yourself. You mentioned that you grew up a little bit older than us. You know, you were born pre-Kane, TJ, and Travis, pre the TKT podcast. How far are you out of high school? And yeah, we'll start there. How far are you out of high school?
Next year is going to be the Big 10. 10 years I've been out of high school.
That's fucking insane. Are you going to your reunion, dude?
I would like to. I don't think anybody's really. Nobody. I've been in contact with a few people, but nobody's really said anything about having one. So I'm not sure if we're even doing one.
I have always
I
wondered
feel
if
like
that's
they
a,
have to.
real thing.
It's supposed to be. So I was running for class president my senior year, and like it was a joke because like however it was going, it was basically Jill Chase versus me, and everybody's like, I was just telling people like, bro, vote for me because wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? Like if I fucking beat Jill for class presidency, when having never
Wouldn't that be
run for
hilarious?
like any of the classes before, and so I actually had like a decent amount of like votes, and then Jill hit me up and was like, "Hey, just so you're aware, like you shouldn't run." And I was like, "Why?" And they were like, she goes, "Because you have to handle everything from reunions and blah blah blah." Like, so it's on whoever the class president was is supposed to like coordinate that shit with the school, from what I understand. And that's when I was like, all right, I'm out. Like, GG's, that was fun.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ's in the chat.
So that was dope. She was just scared. She just didn't want to lose. It's that simple.
Yeah, so, no,
Which,
it was
that's
rats.
fine. I didn't really want to win because, again, I didn't want to do
Yeah.
anything. But, I mean,
I love how
I
love how your
respect the
campaign
tenacity.
slogan. I love how your campaign slogan was "Fuck it." Wouldn't it be funny?
yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I mean. Like, wouldn't it be funny if I had won the class presidency?
Vote
So,
for me, because why the hell not?
vote for me because who else are you going to vote for? You know what I mean?
It's fine.
So, Matt, what was your favorite memory in high school in terms of whether it be like a high school event, a class, whatever, like just whatever your favorite memory is. It doesn't have to necessarily be at school, but it could be like a sporting event, soccer game, basketball game, whatever.
I want to say probably it had to be 9th grade.
Oh, we're going way back. We're reaching now.
We're
13
reaching
years.
I'm a little
Crazy.
dude. I was on the basketball team.
Goated.
I got to
Baller.
start. I actually got to start, and since I was a little guy, kind of a little chubby, didn't really run real quick. We played Northville, and they kind of like left me alone pretty much for the most part, and I scored like 6 points that game.
Goated. 2 for 2. Retiring with 100%
Awesome.
3-point percentage.
Exactly.
That's funny.
They called him Butter McSplash Cakes. That was his nickname in high school, swear to God.
Butter sauce.
Yeah,
Butter sauce.
butter sauce. Butter sauce. What's we tend to have a decent amount of younger viewers. Well, I shouldn't say a decent amount, but we have some younger viewers, i.e. Slates, in the chat. What is some high school advice you could give to people that are going into their freshman, junior, senior, sophomore year, whatever the fuck?
One thing I wish I did, I guess, was stay focused more so, because I never paid attention in school. I was kind of just really good at it, so I kind of didn't feel like I needed to. But you do learn a lot, so my biggest thing would probably be to stay focused, work on your grades, just make sure that's all up. If you're playing sports, you definitely want your grades up.
Now, see, that's coming from a fucking adult, chat. Like, he is out of high school, so you're talking to
That is an honest
a
answer.
time capsule. Okay,
Oh,
so
damn.
as for me, if I had to give any advice to anybody in high school, is just have fun, bro. Like, do your fucking work, have fun, because once you're out, you're gonna fucking hate it. You're gonna hate everything else.
Yeah.
And you may hate high school and you may hate school, but you're gonna hate everything else much worse. Enjoy it, have fun, and just do your fucking work, and you'll pass, no problem. Slate's is gonna be a junior next year, which is wild. Jake and
That's crazy.
I think Emily. I know Jake for a fact is gonna be a senior. I don't know if Emily is. But that's fucking wild. The fact that Jake is gonna be a senior next year, bro.
Yeah, it's wild.
Like, it basically, technically, officially a senior right now. Today was their last day of school.
Mm.
So today was his last day being a
shit.
junior. So
Damn.
that is fucking insane.
Feel old?
It's fucking wild. Haley said bruh in chat. I'm assuming it's because I don't remember if Emily is going to be a senior this year or not, which is probably pretty bad. But, Emily doesn't like me anyways. She said, yes, Emily is going to be a senior. Congrats to Emily being a senior. I apologize. I couldn't remember if she was a sophomore or a junior this year. Send condolences your way. Anyways, moving
Get
on.
that PR answer out there.
Exactly, bro. On my
Get the
own
damage
PR
control.
team. Yep, on my own PR team. She loves you. I love Emily too, but I'm sorry. Emily never talks to me. I talk to Jake once a week. Anyways, what was it like growing up, Matty? What was your family life like? You don't have to get crazy personal. I'm just asking a genuine question. Just what was it like growing up? You still live in Mayfield. Your dad's a pretty prominent figure in Mayfield because of the bait shop, and a lot of people know him. So a lot of people know you growing up and the things you did for your dad and fishing and blah, 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 blah. So what was it like growing up, bro?
Good. For the most part, it was. I don't want to say hard, but I mean it was hard in the fact that I had a lot of health issues growing up, being 5'3", having kidney issues, and some other health issues like heart problems, and so on.
So
Which
that
made it hard because I was always on like a small diet or always had like a no salt, couldn't eat like ice creams, couldn't do like what normal kids do.
before we get kind of into that, because obviously we want to talk about that a little bit, because I mean that's a huge hardship, and one of probably the biggest hardships we've never really talked about on the pod for a lot of people, just because we haven't had a guest that has had genuine health problems throughout their whole life. Obviously, my dad was on the podcast. We talked about it a little bit with him with his autoimmune disease, but just to kind of like segue into that, my old boss, I think it's called Meniere's disease. Don't hold me to that. It's basically like where you just get a ton of fluid built up in like your ears and in your sinus cavity, and like it makes you dizzy and like throw up and pass out. It makes you super weak and blah 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 blah. And that just reminded me of it because he cannot eat like any salt. Like he hadn't had a chicken wing in 2 years, and I was working with him.
That's crazy.
And shout out Trey. He literally had a chicken wing for the first time in 2 years, and it was a plain chicken wing, like not even fried, like a baked chicken wing, and all he could taste was salt. He was like, I can't eat this. Like this is way too much salt, which is fucking crazy, bro. But
yeah, damn.
Like that, I don't know why that just triggered that like core memory from working there in my head. But can you kind of break down some of the health issues that you've kind of had, just so that maybe some of our viewers that can relate can just get a little bit of clarity and maybe some help and maybe some advice from you, like on how you go through your day-to-day, and whether it be from back then or now or whatever, if you're comfortable talking about it.
Yeah. Well, growing up, we knew I had a VSD, which is a little hole, like a hole about the size of a pen tip in your heart, in your valve.
That's wild.
Most people, they have to get it surgically repaired, which would be like open heart surgery, which is tough.
Yeah.
But luckily with that, I didn't have to go through any of that. It's still about the same size as it was.
Ticker's still ticking, yeah.
It was still ticking, but it's still in good shape. Last I knew, I hit 25, and they said there's no point in going in to fix it now.
Is that a good no point or like a bad no point?
Yeah, is it like
the
risk outweighs
like, hey,
the
you might as well
reward?
just fucking ride it out now.
Extend it. Yeah, you'll be all right.
You made it this far, right, buddy? Or is it like oh no, you're good. Like you're not gonna have any problems.
They figure for now that the valves are still strong enough to support themselves, so they don't see surgery physically needed.
Gotcha.
So they said, you made it to 25. Let's
see if we can hit 50. See if we can hit 50, you know? Let's see if we can double down. So
we'll play it by ear.
We've talked about it before, which I didn't know until probably like last year, that you got a shot when you were younger to help you grow because you were like super small.
Yes.
And that's why you're 6'2" now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's why you're 6'5",
Yeah.
right?
6'7".
Going into that, naturally, with all these other health issues, I was born, I think it was a couple weeks premature.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to fully develop. So, like, my kidneys didn't fully develop, the hole in the heart, blah, 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 what was me?
Blah, 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 woe is me.
That's
But no, I used
crazy.
to get these shots, I think it was like once a week, that it would help me grow. It would go into like your growth
When
plate.
did you get that? Like, how old were you?
Oh, I had to be pre-puberty, so it had to be like 9, 10.
Because like
So,
I feel
for
like my
4
parents
years.
just missed the opportunity to have me signed up for that. Because
Yeah.
I could have easily been 5'11", 5'10". I could have been damn near TJ Travis's height walking around. No, instead I'm 5'6". Like fucking bullshit.
Yo, it's okay, bro.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's okay, man.
It's at Short Kings, that's where it's at.
Yeah, short kings for days, bro.
Bro, as long as your girl's shorter, you're chill.
I mean,
right?
yeah, I mean I'm bullying, but like who doesn't
Right.
want to be 6 foot tall? Like every guy wants to be 6 foot.
I'm 6 foot with shoes on, probably.
Probably.
Like you know, like it's like right at the.
Yeah, we're just all trying to catch up to Matt. You mentioned earlier as well that you had some kidney issues. Obviously, you're still dealing with a lot of that stuff today, and taking medication and blah 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 blah. What are some of the things that help you deal with that type of stuff day to day? And what are some of the things that you go through on a day to day basis that just most people don't have to?
With me, I graduated high school. We knew for a long time that I was going to need a kidney transplant. It was just a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
So they got me to 18 without having to need one. I graduated high school, and we were at the Fonda Fair. And I remember it like it was yesterday. We're at the Fonda Fair. I got put on the list for kids because I was still technically a kid because I was only 18. Because we went to an appointment like that Wednesday, and I was like, yeah, whatever, just throw me on the list. You know how teenagers are. Yeah, whatever, get it done and over with. And sure enough, I think it was 3 days go by. I get a call from an Albany number. I was like, oh, it's just a spam call. I skipped it, canceled it, because we're at the fair, hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, booling.
Then the number calls again. So I was like, ah, fuck it. So I answered it. And they're like, hey, is this Matthew? I was like, yeah, why? Who's this? They're like, hey, it's Dr. Conti. And we have a kidney for you. We need to have you here in like an hour because we're going to get you prepped and ready to go.
Yo,
Yeah.
what?
And I just got my funnel cake, bro.
Exactly. So
Yeah, don't eat that.
We're going to need you to actually throw that away. No chance.
Then a little bit of time goes by, about 20 minutes, I want to say. Trying to find my dad was like trying to find a needle in a haystack at this
You
point.
can't find anybody you want to at the Fonda Fair, but you'll see the same person 20 times looking for one guy.
Yes. Then, long story short, it was me and my cousin, and I think my stepsister was with us at the time. Or it might have been Travi. I don't remember too well. But we finally found them. I'm freaking out. They're like, yo, what's going on? What happened? I'm like, we have to like get out of here now. Like this second. Like, all right, where are we going? Like,
There's a bomb.
like, we gotta go to Albany. Like now. And sure enough,
I'm going to surgery.
Sure enough, they call. We're probably in Fonda hitting the thruway. And they're like, hey, we're going to need you to, like, get here. Like, now. We got there.
Like, this shit's on ice, and that ice is melted.
We got there with, I think, 3 minutes before they were calling the next family. Because this kidney was perfect, and it wasn't going to fit anybody else.
That's fucking insane, dude. What the fuck? That's fucking wild, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we got there and it was like, did we make it? They're like, yeah, you just made it.
But like half the phone numbers dialed. We're dialing a number of
area code in.
Yeah. 518 is pre-dialed right now.
It was frustrating because nobody would answer the phone. My mom wouldn't answer. We tried to call the doctor like 40 times, but naturally he's in another surgery. So
Yeah,
we got a hold of his wife. Was like, hey, tell him we're here. Like, we're in the building.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy, dude. All right, so let me ask you this.
Wild. Dude.
I don't even know if you'll know the answer to this because I don't know the answer to this. Obviously, like, if you're an organ donor, when you pass, like, they donate your organs, blah, blah, blah. Can you be an organ donor that's had an organ doned?
You're saying, like, re-donate?
Yeah.
like
Can it re-up?
You're re-gift it?
I mean, I don't know.
If it's
I
working,
didn't ask that question. I just knew.
So are you a registered organ donor?
I am not.
Me either. So again, the question doesn't matter.
I am.
Gotcha. So I wonder if that's possible. So like, I don't think they would give that kidney away.
Hmm.
But I
Maybe
wonder
other things.
Maybe they'd give his kidney away, like Matt's actual kidney.
You don't want that shot.
Oh, word.
It's shot.
Spent 18 years by itself. Fucker lonely as shit. Now it's just mad that there's somebody else in there.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
Fuck this shit. Now I got a little brother for no fucking reason. Or a little sister, who knows?
He's mad as fuck.
I heard they couldn't tell me much about where mine came from. They just told me 25-year-old deceased male. And at that time, I had a friend of mine. Well, he was a friend like through high school acquaintance. Tragically passed away. in, I think, a car accident. So we're still thinking it was his.
That's fucking insane. So wait, like, how old are you, Matt?
20.
You're gonna be 30
gonna
soon.
Be 28. I'm gonna be 28, so 27 currently.
Damn.
Damn. So when you were
I'm sorry.
18,
I'm sorry.
so that means, bro, you have like a 32-year-old kidney inside of you right now. No, older than that. It'd be like 35.
Is that mathing?
Yeah, because if he was 18 when he got a 25-year-old's kidney and he's 28, so that's still a 7-year gap. So it'd be 35, give or take.
That's wild.
That's fucking insane to think about. Do you ever think about
Yeah.
that? Do you ever think about, like, I just have somebody else's kidney chilling, vibing,
Well, I
Just
got the
all
scar.
up in you.
making it work,
Making it work.
getting the job done,
Getting her done.
putting in OT. He clocked out. They're like, you're back in.
Exactly.
Dude, I don't know why, but I could just see the doctor on the phone and he's got the kidney in one hand. He's like, "Yeah, bro, you gotta get here.
He's about to walk out the front door, bro. Like,
This shit is thawing
he's
out
got his
quick."
fucking name badge off already. Okay, he's about
He's like,
to
"I'm
clock
about to go to
out.
Cabo. You are taking too long."
Oh my god, bro. So going through like everything, bro, with everything that you went through growing up and just different hardships and whatnot, what was one of the things that really helped you stay positive growing up and like keep a positive attitude even now with just everything going on in the world?
Right now, it's gotta be, well, back then it was a lot of music, friends, just people. I had a really good support system around me. I feel like not a lot of people knew what I was really going through
Yeah,
because I not one to share my business because, like, who cares? But
exactly. Woe is me,
Feel
if
that.
you will.
yeah, so I've kind of just went through it all on my own for
Yeah.
the most part. But I did have a handful of good people around that would always support me.
Nice, buddy. I mean that's one of the things where me and you have always really gotten along is obviously we both kind of had the same mental attitude with things, and I was kind of like for me too, just the way I'm always so positive is like there's always like a bright side in something regardless of what it is, and if there's not, like at least bring some like comedic relief to the table, you know.
Absolutely.
Like we're just sitting here
If
making
it's
fun of
not.
it, like woe is me and blah blah blah, but like there's always a reason to smile, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
whether it be
you
the
gotta find the
people
bright
around
side
you.
in any situation.
Yeah. Whether it be the people around you, the music you're listening to, or whatever, like one song, and me and Haley were talking about this today because it came on while we were driving out to my old job, which is like an hour away. One song that like just brings me so much happiness for no reason is Higher Love by Steve Winwood, dude. That song has got to be the happiest fucking song I've ever heard in my life. That and
No shit.
Oh, what the hell's the name of the other one, bro? It's by Jared Neiman. I think it's called like Shining on Me. I don't know, just both those songs, bro. Just bring me so much happiness and joy. Puts a smile on my face no matter where I am. Like that song comes on, I'm like, bring me a higher love. It's so good, bro. Shout out Mr. Winwood. It's a banger.
Bro, Numb by Marshmallow.
I wanna
and,
get numb. And
Yeah,
fucking-
bro. Every time that comes on,
So
I start
good.
popping.
So fucking good, dude. So fucking good. Matt, so your dad owns a bait shop.
He does.
Okay. How long has he owned said bait shop?
He has been. This is either 33 or 34 years.
That is fucking wild.
Damn.
Good for fucking him.
What? Yeah.
So, like, he's had it longer than you have. So you grew up basically fishing your entire life. What does fishing mean to you? Tell us why you love it, and how was it growing up, basically having to work in the bait shop from a young age?
Growing up with a bait shop, it was great because, you know, you see all the people you know you went to school with. Because I wouldn't say we're all like hicky, but we're kind of all kind of hicks.
Yeah.
but
I was gonna say.
But with fishing right now, it brings me a lot of like mental. It's been a thing that's always cleared my mental. So if I'm having a rough day, I just go do something, go outside, just be outside.
It's so fucking tranquil too.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
Like again, I think we've talked about it on this pod. Like, I am not a fisherman that like I'm not a catcher, bro. Nah, like I am a fisher. Like I'm gonna cast the bobber and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna watch it, and that's gonna be the most effort that I put in. And I really,
bro's looking.
I'm barely even fishing. I really want to get into fishing, but I have no idea where to start, bro. And like Jake
Bro,
and
low-key
Billy
same.
are huge into fishing, and like they got a little fishing boat and shit. And I just want to learn, like, so bad.
Fishing's fire, bro.
Oh my god, fishing is so good. It's
What?
peaceful.
Tell me and all the listeners that are trying to get into fishing, where should I start? Like, if I want to start taking fishing a little bit more seriously, like, give me a good like rod and reel
Just start with
combo
the
with
rod?
like a couple.
Yeah.
Give me a couple like lures that I should buy that are like versatile.
Rod and reel combo.
How do I? Let me start here. Hold on. How do I go catching?
How do you go catching?
A
Well,
net.
first you need a rod and reel, but I mean, and really any kind of reel or rod you feel comfortable with. They make a handful of different ones. Like there's bait casters, there's regular open face, there's closed face reels. All depends on your preference.
So what's a bait master?
I didn't know. I didn't recognize a single word you said. I'm gonna be honest.
It's like a hybrid between your open face reel and your closed faced reel. They're actually called like casting reels, which
Okay.
you can send that bitch like
That's
like
my goal.
miles.
Yeah.
I've probably seen them.
Everyone in
They're like a
Mayfield has a
hybrid.
bait master.
They're like a
Bait
hybrid
master.
between your regular spinning and casting.
So like I've only ever owned closed face reels and bobber fished. What would you recommend to me, like basic as can be, so I can go out there and be like, I am going to catch a fish today?
There's probably three things I want to say. Get a jointed rapella, like a number 7 or number 9 floating. They float above the water and then they dive about 2-3 feet, and they have this like wiggle action. That's really enticing.
Can you redo that?
Like a wiggle.
Yeah. See, I like the
The side POV was what I needed.
elite.
Yeah. So okay, so that's one thing. What else?
Then, like, my dad has these things. They're called Kitex. They're a little swim bait, about 4 inches long. You throw them on a jig head. You cast that bitch out.
What's a
you reel it
jig
back in.
head?
It's I don't have one right here. But
He was about to whip it out.
I should be taking notes. I
Yeah.
should be taking
Well,
notes.
don't worry. It's on the pod. You can go back and listen to it.
I can. Yeah, I can run it back.
That's why I'm asking it here, bro. That's why I'm asking it
Massive
here.
IQ
Yeah.
play. Right
Big
there.
brain play right here.
They're a little. It's like a lead. It's a lead piece circle with a hook coming out of the end. And you just string them together, and then they just twirly cues through the water.
Okay, so I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I just love CJ doing that.
I'm gonna like.
Oh man, I love the hand signals. For the people not watching and only listening,
I need you to send me like a link for Bass Pro with a cart already built in, so I can just be like, okay, and then you're gonna tell me how to set it up and how I should fish it, and that's how I'm gonna fish the rest of my life.
I could do that.
I just don't know anything about her, bro. I wish I knew how to fish.
you could probably walk in somewhere and just be like, "Yo."
Yeah, but
no, they're
like,
gonna try to upsell you.
yeah, exactly. Like, at least I know if I go to
they're
Matt,
looking
like Matt's
out.
just gonna, be my guy.
I mean, he just hit you with some knowledge that you don't even know. What
I don't even know what he's talking about. I already forgot half
Exactly.
of it, dude.
Genuine, it's all gone out. I remember closed face, real, closed face, real.
I remember,
and then open, and that was it. And I remember the swirly cue or whatever.
yeah, the jig bait thing. I remember that. So obviously, besides tonight being your feature episode of the TKT podcast, first time you've joined as a actual guest star, what is your favorite moment from the 42 other TKT podcast episodes? You've been in the chat for most of them,
You have been around.
or at least
I have
listened
been
to them.
around.
Been around.
See, I'm good, but then I listen and then I just
Yeah.
don't for 6 weeks. So
Yeah.
I've missed a whole bunch. But
Did you watch
It's because
last
I
week?
wasn't on.
Yeah,
Man,
did you watch Did you watch last week, bro, or listen to last week's?
I think I was in here.
Bro, last
for
week was a
partial.
banger. It was
Yeah, Genuine did not listen to that one yet.
It was.
I'm pretty sure I was.
You missed a
after
banger, dude. I've been holding on to it, but you just kept not showing up. So it was the Adam Sandler fucking movie shit.
Oh my god! Yes,
top
that
5
was-
Adam Sandler draft, and then a top 5 pasta draft, dude.
I saw that in the name, and I was like, what did they do with Adam?
Dude, we were literally just picking. We were going over his movies and just picking the top 5. And then we're like, dude, we could just keep going because Adam Sandler movies are great.
I gotta say that's gotta be one of my favorite tier lists you guys have done.
Yeah, that one was good. I'm trying to think.
Oh, my bad for missing it.
I want to hold out for you, and it was just like we had nothing else, and I was like, I could pull this out, and Travis was like, yes, dude, we got to do that, and so we just ran with it and did it. Speaking of you listening to the podcast and stuff, seems how you don't actually listen to the podcast anymore, Matt. You've been a huge supporter of pretty much all your friends, and then for that fact, we're much alike. If someone's doing something, you try to support it as much as you can. Whether it be my stream, you just watch, listen, whatever, lurk, my lurk emo or lurk command is !Matt instead of lurk because you just used to lurk all the time.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Tell us more about why you believe in that, and I also want to say thank you, of course, because again, you've supported me through a lot of different things, a lot of different ventures that I've tried, including this podcast, stream, and Dub's barbecue sauce.
I feel like that if anybody, if you have somebody that you're close with and you know they're gonna do something, why not? It doesn't hurt you to support your friends and their adventures.
One of the biggest things in the car business is if you know somebody that sells cars, you buy a car from them. If you know somebody that does taxes, you get your taxes done by them. If you know somebody that owns their own restaurant, you're going to eat at that restaurant. Not every time, but you're going to go support them. And that, the car business really showed me damn, who really fucks with you? Because
yeah,
if they fuck with you, they're going to buy a car from you, obviously. No one just buys a car from anyone. You don't just walk into a car dealership and buy a car from anyone. Because if that was the case, every single time somebody walked into a dealership for the first time, they'd buy a car from that one
I was
person.
gonna say they'd walk out with a car.
So it amazes me how many people don't actually support their friends, and that doesn't mean they're fake friends or anything like that, but to me, go ahead.
Sorry. I feel like just sometimes people see it competing rather than supporting one another. You know what I mean? Some people if you're doing good, some people are damn, I should be where they're at, and then they kind of shit on you for being there.
And as much as I want to beat you, we're all pretty competitive in our own right, regardless of what it is. As bad as I want to beat you, I want you to succeed. I want Matt to succeed. I want my friends to win just as much as I win, just not against me. No, but
Ricky Bobby. And
yeah, exactly.
I'll be number 1. You guys can be Dale at number 2.
Yeah,
and we'll be good.
But
right,
that's my thing, and one of the things that really has always stood out to me is streams. So when I first started streaming, not everybody would come watch. And a lot of people still don't come watch that I know, and it's not. This isn't I'm upset or anything like that. But it's so easy to just come in and watch, put it on as background noise. You don't.
Yo,
You all you have to do
speaking of
is
your
make
stream,
a free account. You don't even have to chat. It's a free account. You don't have to pay any money. You know what I mean?
since you switched your stream title to like mentioned you or like tagged
Yeah,
you or
yeah.
some shit like that.
Shit gets you every time, bro.
Yeah, that shit's got me twice, and I was
Yeah.
like, God damn it!
Like I think the recent one is Wilder42K. Like the photo. ... I
Yeah,
did
'cause
like
that's
followed
what I
you,
got
sent
today.
you a message. I've done like. I'm gonna do like
That was the
shit-
one, bro. Sent you a message, and I was like, why did he text me?
Yeah.
What? So then I click on it, and it's just stream, and I was like, oh, this fucking this guy.
But like that's just one of the things that has always stood out to me is supporting your friends regardless of what they're doing, like whether it be a YouTube channel, whether it be hey they're starting their own business, whatever it may be. Like if I'm home, like if I was at home and I wanted to really start fishing, guess where I'm fucking going? Jim's Bait Shop every fucking time. Like I'm not going to go to fucking Runnings or Tractor Supply to get my shit because or wherever, like Walmart, because I know somebody that I can rely on that has their business that I know if I go to, I'm going to not just be supporting a random fucking business. I can go help out my friend, my family, whatever. And I feel like a lot of people just don't believe that. A lot for the reason, like you said, TJ, is they don't want you to succeed, regardless of who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah. Some people just stick around to see how you're doing, not to help you do better.
Yeah.
I'd rather help my friends. That's just me. I've
Yeah.
been always caring. I'd rather see my friends win, even if I'm not winning at the moment. I know they'd be right behind me if there's anything I decide to do.
And that's what I mean. And a lot of people think that has to do with like money. And I know I use the example of, oh, if I want to get into fishing, I'm going to go to Jim's Bait Shop. Shameless plug, hashtag Jim's Bait Shop in Mayfield.
Hashtag.
If you're looking to go fishing or need live or fake bait.
All of it.
It doesn't
Always
always
got it.
have to be money, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
It's free to share something.
sharing a Facebook post.
free.
Free. Talking about it to somebody.
Free.
What you know what I mean? Like you're just out and you're like, hey, my buddy Matt, his dad actually owns a bait shop, blah blah blah. Or, hey, my fucking buddy TJ, he plays pickup ball all the time. Like he runs $5 fucking pickup games. You know? Or
I should start doing that. That's a hustle.
but you know what I'm saying? Like just basic fucking shit. Like coordinating things, whatever you start doing. Like, oh, you need a ride? My buddy has an Uber. Here, let me give you his card. You can call him directly. Like that type of shit. It's so easy when someone posts something on Facebook to just share it. I mean, think about how often you go on somebody's Facebook and say happy birthday. I don't usually do that, but you know what I mean? What's the difference in sharing somebody's post
Once
about
a year.
how their farm is selling farm fresh eggs? That's not fucking hard. They're selling their T-shirt, like whatever. They may need that extra cash to put a meal on the table. Boom.
Yeah.
Free share. Post it. Anytime someone posts something on Marketplace, try to share it. Doesn't take much to support people. To get kind
That's
of
my thing, man. I always feel bad because I try to be as supportive as I can, but I get distant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I just I don't really talk to anyone. But it's not like a disrespect thing. It's more just me trying to get myself, I guess.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. When supporting yourself, obviously you need to focus on yourself before you focus on anybody else. And when you have too many hands and too many hats, or too many heads and too many hats, it becomes tough.
Definitely.
Yeah, it becomes tough to help other people. But that's the moment where people need to help you and support you as well. You know, whether you let them do it or not, that's besides the point. Like helping out your friends and family is the most important thing you can do because you never know what they're going to say about you to someone else. Like I'm always going to be the person in the room that speaks good about other people. You know what I mean? I'm never going to just walk around fucking talking mad shit about people. It's just not the thing to do. Will I speak the truth? Like if somebody asks me something, yeah, but I'm going to be the one that speaks good fortune about people, you know?
I've always been, if I'm saying it in a room that you're not in, I'd say it to your face.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
You know
I'm
what I
going to
mean?
speak the truth regardless, but it's, I'm not going to spread bad fucking shit about people.
No.
Yeah. It's just petty.
Exactly. Kind of getting off of that topic. Matt, you're a big gamer. I'm a big gamer. TJ, you game a lot. You play a lot of sports.
Mediocre gamer.
What's
You can say it.
what's one of your favorite video games outside of RuneScape, which we'll get to in a minute? And what's one of your favorite gaming moments? So favorite video game of all time outside of RuneScape, and one of your favorite gaming moments, whether it be like your game, you playing a game, or your friends, whatever, or streamer.
Right now, the game I've been playing a lot would be Diablo 4, which is another RPG. Which
Is that good?
it's so good, man.
That's pretty good.
You know, I've seen ads for it.
It's so good.
I've
And
never played
probably
Diablo.
probably one of my favorite moments had to be from you,
Oh no.
Kane, was back in OG Fortnite.
Oh,
Like, yeah, I'm better than Ninja. And then you fall off the building.
That's like one of the very first clips I ever had, like from stream. That's when I first started streaming, and it was I want to say it was during like the me and Travis were playing our first ever comp. It was like a fucking Fortnite Valentine's Day tournament or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm better than Ninja. Hold me to it. This is before face cam. I'm streaming off of Xbox. And immediately we dropped Tilted Towers because, we got large gonads. And we land on the top. I get a sniper. I jump off, go to snipe the guy, miss, right into the ground, die
Dead.
immediately. And Travis is right next to me, dead or something like that. And I knew it was either going to be that one or it was going to be the OBJ clip that you were going to say.
Oh my God, yes.
You said the OG Fortnite. That was during who was that with? Was that with Bence or James?
Oh my God,
I can't remember. I feel like that was with Bence.
Because they didn't hear about the story, and we're gonna keep it PG.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we're gonna shit on him, give it to him OBJ style, and that was like during the whole thing where it came out that OBJ like people shitting on his chest, like that girl said that shit. And he was like, what does that mean? I was like, oh, man, how the fuck am I going to explain this? Because I'm live. And I was like the Cleveland Steamer. And he was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, all right, let me keep it PG for you. It's when a partner drops their drawers and shits on the other partner's chest or like something like that. And
Exactly.
I fucking lost it. It was probably one of the funniest clips ever.
That's funny.
Oh, Matt, that's something that Slates wanted me to ask you. He just put it in chat because they were having a discussion in school the other day about someone they go to school with believes Eli is better than Tom Brady all time. There's no way.
No way. All time, no. But in Super Bowls, clutch ability, yes. 2 rings, baby. Go
Clutch
Giants.
ability is a stretch.
Take the clutch ability.
Yeah,
out of
take
it.
that away, dude. There's no way.
2007 season. We weren't even supposed
Give
to
me
be
2
there.
minutes, Tom.
Yeah,
Give me
but
2
like,
minutes,
yeah.
Tom.
If there's 2 minutes left on the clock in the fourth quarter or overtime, I'm taking Tom Brady every single time.
Absolutely. But,
Over Eli.
but not in those games.
No, not in 2 games out of their entire career. No, I'll take Eli in those Super Bowls because he obviously fucking won it. He said because Eli is undefeated in the playoffs and Tom lost like 3 times, I guess. Is Eli undefeated in the playoffs? There's no way.
The 2007 season.
Undefeated. Maybe he means in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl,
Probably.
maybe, yeah. Because we went to
Oh, wait.
2 and he won 2.
Yeah. So then, yeah, Tom's lost like
He's
2
had
or
to have
3.
lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, he said not playoff Super Bowl. So okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I say there's no way he hasn't lost in the playoffs. That's got to be cap. There's been a lot of shit with Saquon too recently. Speaking of the
I
Giants,
know.
he's talking mad shit. But I guess he
That's
said he
my
showed
boy,
him.
but
Another
"Fuck
thing
'em."
too is I think Bleacher Report or someone shared it today that the Bills haven't heard from Stephon Diggs. Like have
Yeah.
no idea
Yeah,
where he
bro.
is. That's fucking crazy. How do you not know where your multi-million-dollar wide receiver's at?
Your second biggest star, he's just gone.
Yeah, like you have Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. That's your offense, and you
Yeah.
don't know where
Right
your wide receiver one is. To go off the gaming thing, we mentioned RuneScape.
Oh, yo, hold on. Before we totally get off gaming,
Yeah,
I saw that they're releasing. All right, I don't know actually, but I've seen. Is there a new Mortal?
yeah, it's gonna be called Mortal
I keep s-
Kombat 1.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I keep seeing MK1. That shit looks so fire. I love Mortal Kombat, but that shit looks heat, guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I've never been like a big fighter game guy, like a platform fighter.
That's
Yeah.
the only one I've.
I can respect like the classicness of it, like in the OG. Like I can respect how it helped gaming, but never been a big platform fighter. Like when I
nowadays
go to a 16-bit arcade, bro, not once have I touched Mortal Kombat. Like I'll play literally anything else.
That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever
I
played
get
it.
it.
I don't think I've ever played Mortal Kombat one time.
I have Mortal Kombat 11, and it was really good on PS5.
I want to get a PS5 so bad. Just to have it in my living room so like we can play shit when people come
That'd be
over.
fire.
I have a
Like
PS5.
a little drunk night, playing some fucking 2K with the boys when we have a little fucking get together. Bro, I miss our get-togethers, and I've kind of like carried it down here. And like, not last weekend, the weekend before was a super chill one. We only had like five or six people. But the one before that, dude, we probably had like 15, 20 people in our apartment, just
Oh,
fucking booling. It was a
Little
great
rager?
time, dude. We have some bangers here, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but it's nothing compared to what we used to do in New York. Like
Nick
an-
Well,
Foles
I
sleeping on the
mean-
table.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to get off of gaming because RuneScape is still gaming, even though like it's a different style of game, much like Diablo 4. How did you get involved with RuneScape, and how has it turned into this like 12-year fucking monthly subscription addiction that you've
Part of
spent
your life.
like a year's worth of rent on?
It all started. I had to be. I tried to figure this out the other day. I was either 9 or 10. I was in my grandma's house. I had a neighbor that I kind of grew up with. He was like a year or two older than me, so I got to see all the cool stuff before everybody else did.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yo, Friday when you're at your grandma's, let's check out this game I'm playing." Didn't think nothing of it. Made my first account. I think I gave it away because child like, "Hey, what's your password?" So here's your password, and then the account's gone. Then
Dang.
probably 6 months or so went by. He asked me if I still played. I was like, no, I don't have an account. So I made the account I have currently, which I've had. My earliest time I could date back to was of June of 2006.
Jesus Christ, man.
So crazy.
That's 2 decades, Matt.
Nah, I was 5 years old, man.
I was
I was
fucking 9.
5 years old.
So that is another thing that got me through my rough childhood.
That is fucking insane that you've played that game for that long.
I gotta respect the commitment.
And
It
like,
was on and
it's
off,
not just
but
one account, right? You have multiple now.
I have multiple accounts.
That are monthly
Crazy.
paid.
Crazy.
Right now, I only have one that's monthly.
All
I
right.
was gonna say, what's your tab looking like for the month?
Right now, in RuneScape, I'm grandfathered into the $8.99 price because I've been a member for goddamn 10 years.
Grandfathered in.
Slates wasn't even
Grandfathered
born when you started
RuneScape.
playing.
That's insane.
That is fucking hilarious.
So I've had a lot of good memories on that game. Met a lot of good friends.
That is fucking insane, dude. I can't believe that. I mean, I don't have any other questions for you, buddy. I think this was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have any questions
think
for
so.
us, Matty?
Not really. I know you guys too well.
Well, if
Yeah,
that
true.
covers all the bases, guys, then we can wrap this up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the TKT podcast, the 43rd episode in season 1. We are winding down. We now only have 9 more episodes to go before season 1 is wrapped up and we take a little hiatus. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening and constantly supporting this. Matty J, thank you for coming on the podcast. We're going to have you probably on again soon. We're definitely going to have you on in the future. Can't wait to have you back.
For sure.
Again, thank you so much, buddy, and thank you, everybody else. We will see y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
God, it feels good to hear that again.